Hello everyone, my name is Michael Bushman and welcome back to Reverse 1999. We are here back with the story of Isolde and Cacania. Why did I say Castagna? I don't know why, but we're going to continue on with the story, and Vertin is still fighting for her life along with her crew on the island out in the Greek Ocean. So yeah, we'll ignore that for now. We're just going to focus on the doomed couple that we have here. So let's go.
Feeling better now? Is anything still haunting you? Talking to you? Do you remember who you are, Isolde?
The clinic returns to silence as Cacania holds Isolde's hand, observing with concern the pale actress before her. She looks toward the tabletop mirror, allowing tears to fall from her hollow eyes.
Oh, yes, Doctor. I see it now. That fire. The fire that devoured everything. How could I ever forget? The raging fire consumed everything, including Theophil. He was screaming. His mind was already gone before he ignited it all. How could he ignore everything with such disregard? Who allowed him to forget with such disregard? Well, I remember it all. I am from a noble family. I need to be a qualified Ditterstorf. An outstanding arcanist, a first-rate opera singer, a good sister, and a good daughter. Never forget my manners, never forget the family. But he got away with it. If Theophil was truly a man of courage, he should have joined the army, or fought a duel with someone. That would have made his death more honorable. Yet, he chose to die this way. After a life of debauchery.
She breathes a heavy and bitter sigh, and finally, color returns to her face.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told you that. It's okay, Isolde. You're doing it right. That's what therapy is for. These memories are exactly what we need. What's been deliberately repressed and ignored in the depths of your heart will manifest into words and help you reconnect with your emotions. Soon your symptoms of hysteria will diminish.
Yeah, that's exactly how therapy works. It will diminish. It will not completely disappear. It will always be there, just not as prominent as it used to be. I would know. I've been through it. The therapy, I mean.
Don't be afraid. You can talk to me about anything. In the name of my family and the Hippocratic Oath, I will keep things between you and me. Everything will be a secret. Our secret. Our secret.
The woman's cheeks, still wet with tears, reveal a tragic smile, like dew on rose petals.
Klingt wunderbar.
She spoke in German just now. She closes her eyes, striving in that moment to open them without being free from the fog of the past.
Ich erinnere mich an dieses Zimmer. Das Zimmer war übermäßig hell. Ich konnte mich nie an Glühbirnen gewöhnen und bevorzugte das sanftere Licht von Kerzen. Meine Mutter hatte immer eine weiße Kerze brennen, wenn sie mich beim Zubettgehen sah.
Was ist mit dieser Kerze passiert?
Both are talking in German. Oh shit. Okay.
Jemand hat sie umgeworfen. Das freche Balg. Mein dunkelhaariger Bruder. Er zündete die Kerze an, setzte das Zimmer in Brand und verbrannte all seine Gemälde. Er rannte zu mir. Sein Körper brannte. In seiner Hand war eine Waffe. Ich sagte Theophil einmal, er sei kein Genie wie Weininger. Sich eine Kugel zu geben, werde ihn nicht berühmt machen. Nur ein Debüt hinterlässt Eindruck. Die folgenden Shows sind langweilige Wiederholungen. Er lachte. In der Tat, zu viele haben sich für Ruhm erschossen. Nur durch leidenschaftliches Feuer würde die Welt sich an mich erinnern. Ich verabschiedete mich von ihm und ging nach unten, um mit den Damen zu sprechen. Blut durchtränkte den Holzboden und tropfte in meinen Becher. Tropf, Tropf, Tropf. Ich ging nach oben und fand Theophil in einer Blutlache liegen. Ein Revolver lag in seiner Hand. Wie sein Zylinder wie Musik klickte. Ich hob mein Kleid an, damit das Feuer wie Wasser herabbrüllen konnte. Ich lehnte mich über das Loch an seiner linken Schläfe und sagte: Theophil, wo ist dein Feuer? Theophil setzte sich auf und sagte: Isolde, wo ist deine Waffe?
Ihre Waffe?
Meine Waffe?
Her voice trailed out into a low, sinister growl. That entire sequence was trippy because at first it made it seem like Theophil was the one responsible for basically his own demise. But now it's making it seem like Isolde had a hand in it. She swoons toward her reflection in the mirror, her hand raised high as if delivering a monologue on stage. Yeah, it's beginning to look a lot more like that as we're going along.
Meine Waffe! Ich erinnere mich jetzt. Ich hielt die Waffe die ganze Zeit. Theophil stand im Arbeitszimmer. Die Flammen umhüllten den Balken, die Decke, alles. Was?
Kakanya speaks as softly as possible despite her shock, with the intent not to disturb the woman's soliloquy.
Rannte auf mich zu, schreiend vor Schmerzen. Brannte. Die Hitze trocknete mir die Augen aus.
The woman begins to shake under the weight of the revelation.
Stand in Flammen und rannte auf mich zu. Doktor, rannte auf mich zu.
She clenches her teeth, trying to squeeze out the words, gripping her chest as if to squeeze out her insides, to open herself like a finely crafted wooden box, offering herself to her rescuer.
Tief einatmen. Ganz langsam ausatmen. Es ist alles in Ordnung, Isolde. Ich bin hier bei Ihnen. Sie sind sicher.
Kakanya extends her arms, gently encircling the woman into her embrace. She breathes deeply, calming down inside the green warmth.
Und dann hörte ich einen Schuss.
Their embrace tightens slightly.
Ich kann mich nicht erinnern. Der Abzug war schwer zu ziehen. Nach dem Schuss ist es mir aus der Hand gerutscht.
She lifts her head up toward the good doctor, tears flowing from her eyes.
Ich habe Theophil getötet. Es war ich. Ich verdiene es nicht, das Recht zu haben, an seiner Beerdigung teilzunehmen oder seine Gedenkausstellungen zu veranstalten. Ich verdiene keine Sympathie und Freundlichkeit.
In spite of us seeing that entire thing, do note that hysteria causes hallucinations. Me personally, I'm inclined to believe that Isolde is a very, very unreliable narrator. She could just be seeing things in the wake of her hysteria, which is unfortunately connected to her arcane skill, and once those two meld together, well, if you've played her in the game, you know exactly what happens.
Ich hätte in dem Feuer verbrennen sollen. Ich hätte sterben sollen. Alles ist gut. Ich bin weder Richter noch Polizist, Isolde. Ich bin einfach nur Ihr Arzt. Ich werde Ihnen treu bleiben, egal was Sie denken, wer Sie sind.
That last line is a little, no wonder. Let's just say, no wonder there's a lot of fan art of this couple that we see here.
Ihr Leben war in Gefahr. Jeder hätte dasselbe getan.
Yeah, just, you know, like what my own doctor would say, just recontextualize shit. Is it always good? Leave it up to debate.
Es war nicht Ihre Schuld, Isolde. Sie waren einfach verängstigt. Schämen Sie sich nicht für Ihr instinktives Verhalten. Seien Sie versichert, Ihr Geheimnis ist bei mir sicher. Nach Dr. Freud ist das Akzeptieren Ihrer Dunkelheit der erste Schritt zur Befreiung. Es erfordert Mut und ist nicht einfach zu tun. Die meisten Menschen schaffen es nicht. aber Sie haben das sehr gut gemacht.
Habe ich eine gute Arbeit geleistet?
Ja, eine ausgezeichnete Arbeit.
Doktor!
Her tears now are like a broken dam, relieved of the burden it had too long held. Wow, that's a sentence. That was really hard to read. Anya holds her gently, waiting for her long overdue catharsis to come to an end.
All right, this is as far as I can walk you. You have to host a ceremony tomorrow, and Tosca's next week. Vienna won't forgive me if I take up too much of your time.
Don't worry about it. Like you said, the night breeze will do me some good.
She still cleaves hard to Kakanya's arm, imperceptibly shaking her head. As twilight falls, few passers-by notice the distinguished opera singer among them.
I heard from Heinrich that you're trying new things. I read his stage design. The style of Berlin expressionism he adopted is quite refreshing. I have to admit, he became a little strange after his trip to Berlin. But his passion for art didn't change, nor did his love for his fellow Viennese.
I appreciate his hard work as well. But sadly, the Vienna Court Opera didn't approve our performance application. So we turned to the Wiener Volksoper.
Well, I'm not surprised. Understand that Mr. Mahler is the artistic director of the Vienna Court Opera, and even he could not bring Salome to the stage.
Yeah, the Salome opera is extremely important to Isolde's character because it's literally her entire shtick.
Those boring, stale old-timers will never approve of new forms of art. They always expect something predictable and unvarying. The same old pieces and settings.
Her complexion darkens again as she turns her head.
I'm the reason Tosca can't get the permission. Because I, the star, am a medium. A maniacal arcanist.
Quote unquote.
Oh no, that's not it. In Vienna, the great composers, conductors, and performers, almost all of them have been arcanists. Wiping out the unique talents of arcanists and their artistic contributions would be like setting fire to the cultural tapestry of Viennese society.
Oh, sorry, a flood. A flood is better.
The actress is, or at least acts, oblivious to this minor slip.
They consider it a desecration of the stage. When a singer is channeling, she's essentially asking a spirit to possess her and speak directly through her. Thus, she becomes the character in the opera.
I can definitely see where Isolde's coming from here.
People will question the authenticity of the voice. Is it still the singer's own voice? Or is it a fraud?
No, Isolde. They think that because they know nothing about performance. Not even the slightest thing. The nature of the stage is to be someone else. If they're so intent on the presentation of the true self, the mayors in my clinic would like a word with them. It is an actor's job to become another person. On stage, in a fictional world, they briefly trick our eyes into thinking it's real. And to achieve that, we rehearse rigorously through sweat and pain. We take care of the music, the costumes, the settings, the lights. Your gift helps you do this better than others. That's all.
But I use the arcane skills of the Dittersdorf family. I couldn't have done these things without them. What if an arcanist's talent for art is also a curse? Maybe I'm just a fraud, Doctor. I'm propped up by my illness, and once it's cured, my talent will be gone with it.
Kakanya pauses abruptly. She turns back, looking at an operatic genius tormented by her own talents.
It's not like that, Isolde.
Kakanya looks really damn good here, by the way.
Using your talents is not cheating. We're arcanists, but before we allow ourselves to be defined by that word, who are we, really? If an arcanist grew up on a lonely island, she wouldn't see herself as an arcanist, but as a person like you, like me, like everyone.
Doctor.
Isolde meets her gaze as the stars twinkle back in Kakanya's eyes.
But you know, the truth is, when I look at a crowd, I don't see any arcanists. All I see is our people, with different talents, trapped in life, their selfhoods ground smooth until they're indistinguishable from the crowd. Humans celebrate their flaws, yet they persecute our gifts. They control the narrative. They define our gifts as diseases, our talents as weaknesses, and our bloodlines as curses. If we're cured, we're just another face in the crowd. But if we live on with our diseases, we're forever ill, forever afflicted. We arcanists have to live in such a world, where we survive through suffering. Look at this city. This most enlightened, tolerant city. Under the sweet surface of the Sachertorte lies powder and poisonous vine. Arcanists are recognized for their artistic abilities, nothing more. We hold no parliamentary seats, no professional titles, and no professional credentials. We are exiled and marginalized. Our only voice in the culture is to be decoration, because decoration impacts nothing. The restrictions and discrimination against arcanists are worsening by day. First, we had to register with the government. Then we needed residence permits. And now, permission to cast arcane skills. And we can do nothing but tolerate, stay polite and dignified. Be a good arcanist, show no signs of instability, because we're supposed to stay rational. Otherwise, we're animals. But people are complicated. They can't stay rational forever. As Dr. Freud said, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg.
As the streetlights come on, Kakanya looks up, now resembling an actress mid-monologue beneath the stark light.
You might be sick. I might be too. But the truth is, this whole society is sick. You can't just treat the individual and ignore the bigger picture. It was the repression of irrational desires that allowed the diseases to spread in our time. In this case, the people on that island are much freer than we are.
You mean that mysterious island? I hear gold is in the ground there.
Kakanya nods with vigor.
Remember the lady from the Foundation?
Yes. Why?
She said the arcanists on that island are not lunatics, and they're living a life free of restrictions. Doesn't that sound great? If we could form our own society, like those artistic associations, and have control over our own production and labor. This must have been some kind of enlightenment. I can almost see it. They'll show us another way of life, a kingdom free of oppression. To help them is to help ourselves. And that's also what your exhibit is about.
Me? No, I'm not as great a person as you.
But you are working for a great cause.
The stars in her eyes begin to spread out. Kakanya reveals a deep and tender smile. That's,
Isolde, my friend, I've shared my dream with you, and I hope one day it'll become your own. Until the day when everyone shares the same dream.
Ma'am, is that a confession?
Our society needs a revolution, a radical surgery.
Okay, it's a confession of your belief system. Got it. I almost forgot that you're an activist.
We urgently need a new vision to reunite us at the dawn of the new century. Like the secession in art history, we need a secession of arcanum to distinguish us from hysterical lunatics, street peddlers, and con artists. We need a new dream, a new saga. We need to reinvent ourselves and become a new people. No more repression. Only the full embrace of our primal desires.
Kakanya concludes her monologue, removing her hat to fastidiously straighten the feathers on top.
That's why your work has not been in vain. From Teofil's art exhibition to the promotion of new art, do not doubt yourself. You're helping a great cause.
Thank you, Doctor. This is the first time anyone said that to me. I will bear that in mind. Your words in the breeze of night have been stirring. Can you walk with me a little longer? I'd like to hear more things about the cessation you mentioned, so that I can prepare my speech for tomorrow's ceremony.
Yes, it is my pleasure.
That sounds like a date.
Would you like a walk to the Wiener Volksoper? I think they put up new posters.
Yep, it's a date. From a higher vantage, the view is much improved.
Reporter of New Free Press, editor-in-chief of The Pan, the founder of Die Fackel. Oh, that's Egon Erwin Kisch, the reporter who uncovered the scandal surrounding Colonel Alfred Redl. I had investigated this before. Adolf Loos, the architect. He designed the Steiner house, as I recall. That's Major Maximilian Honge and his wife. Who knew that celebrities like them would visit this exhibition? But they look different from the pictures in the papers. They were younger and less chubby. Has my memory failed me? Or is it because photography is also an art of beautification?
Marcus, you answered your own question.
Mr. Cull was right. People are flocking to the Secession building to get a glimpse of the new art.
I can't appreciate these things at all.
Hoffman comments from her typical cold objectivity.
I've informed the field agent squad. As soon as Heinrich shows up, we'll get him under control. Ideally, we will take him away for illegal use of arcane skills. It is the best reason and the least risk. It also complies with the laws of this time. If Manus Vindictae is behind all this, they will show themselves for sure. The squad will assist us with the perimeter by then. Marcus, your mission is to watch everything closely. Heinrich could be disguised and hiding in the crowd. Also keep an eye on the Manus and the rituals. That's what we were originally here for.
Leave it to me. I won't miss a thing.
Marcus takes a deep breath, seeking a clear moment before diving. A starburst of information floods into Marcus's eyes, reeling across her mind with 1,000 pages at once. The world has always been a book to her.
Mr. Thomas, the representative, is talking to the ladies about Expressionism. His parents did not foresee the success of Impressionism, the works that made no sense but became priceless on the market. That's why his generation overcorrects their aesthetic standard and pays compliments to any art they don't understand. The reporter for the New Free Press and that major are discussing the frequent suicides in Vienna. They've written articles about it, and many of them attribute it to the publication of The Sorrows of Young Weather. Kakanya is describing the founding idea of this circle. This is the first magic circle drawn by the primitive man. Quite a strong woman. The military exercise in Bosnia and Herzegovina this spring, General Conrad to lose power, a low-pressure trough on the Atlantic Ocean, ivory-colored paper for official use only, the general, wife of a cabinet member, court sand, is arcanum a bacterial infection? Is psychoanalysis a new type of mental illness? Mr. Heinrich is not here. Nothing useful on this page. Miss Isolde again. She's the host of the exhibition. She seems healthier than the last time we met. I don't know why, but I'm happy for her. She's about to make a speech.
It is my honor to host this exhibition. Before we begin, I'd like to express my gratitude for Mr. Heinrich, who is Theophil's friend and the curator of this exhibition.
Heinrich still hasn't shown up. Did he notice something?
And also, a friend of mine, the founder of the circle, Miss Clara. Without her tireless work behind the scenes, we wouldn't be here today. Born into a rising arcane family of the middle class, Miss Clara is a devoted doctor and an art connoisseur with impeccable taste.
Isolde makes for a dramatic introduction, reaching out toward the audience below. Kakanya is just like, alright, let's just get this over with. The entire energy of that sigh just says it all.
Dr. Kakanya is standing up, greeting the guests. That's an awkward smile. Looks like she didn't see this coming.
Yep, exactly, Marcus.
Miss Isolde is giving her an encouraging look. She wants to introduce her friend to the celebrities?
Oh boy. Rubbing elbows with the, Oh, I can only imagine how that feels. Oh.
So they're actually very close.
I told her not to mention my name.
Miss Kakanya is lowering her hat. Does she not like the spotlight? No, that's not it. Is it because of Miss Didastov's gaze?
Marcus observes the woman in green intently. Isolde lifts the curtain. Oh shit, that's a damn good shot of Isolde. Or Isolde, either one is correct.
This is the debut of the Salvation, the only painting Theophil left behind.
This is it.
In his last moments, Theophil became obsessed with the Golden Isle. He envisioned it as a realm of art and culture, a utopia for arcanists. There, the primal vitality and passion of arcanists would be preserved and never tainted by the outside world. He wrote, "That island holds the hope of salvation."
Is this so? This is above my clearance. Sounds like everyone in Vienna has their own interpretation of the island.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. We are forming a committee to petition the Empire to cease its attacks on the island. The arcanists there are not lunatics. They are simply living free.
Huh?
Familiar words interrupt Marcus's thoughts, her eyes widening in bewilderment. But beneath the spotlight, the speech continues.
Their existence is a revelation to us. To help them is to help ourselves. Our society is sick. Treating the individual is only treating a symptom. It needs a radical surgery. A revolution that will let us rediscover our repressed nature and reinvent ourselves in this world.
Something's wrong. Her speech is...
Marcus's intuition hammers out a warning, a loud, clear klaxon in her mind. Before she can react, Isolde raises her hand as if holding out some drawn sword, reaching the climax of her speech.
I wish for the arcanists to unite and establish an independent kingdom of freedom, free from repression and oppression.
It's an emergency. Seal the exits. Add Isolde to our targets.
Hoffman delivers her orders coldly and without a moment of hesitation.
Marcus, now.
What? Am I hearing things, or did Miss Dittledorf really say that?
At first, the crowd stirs like a ripple over a deep and swift current.
Oh, forgive her. Perhaps Miss Dittledorf hasn't fully recovered from her illness. I think so too.
Anya rises up from her seat, her hat sliding off her knee, stunned hands failing to catch it.
But how? I did not tell her to.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, calm down!
A man's voice booms from the other end of the exhibition hall.
Do not panic, for I have found salvation for you!
Henry? What is that behind you?
Often the target showed up, but golems are attacking us.
I see it too. The arcane skill of object enchantment. Marcus, give it a read.
Armored statues surround Heinrich, reaching a motionless still that creates an odd, if dramatic, tableau.
Please do not ignore what Miss Dattersdorf is saying. This is a proving ground for a world-ending experiment.
He even said her name wrong. I'm pretty sure he is... Yeah, he's definitely been sus since day one. My god, I wonder what happened to him. Well, I guess we'll find out.
A catastrophe is coming. The clouds of war are filling up the sky. Open your eyes and look at all we have now. The music, the art, the ambitions of progress. Man's gunfire will destroy them all.
What are you all talking about? Not to worry, Doctor. You simply don't know yet.
The woman, now so strange in the doctor's eyes, reaches out her hand.
Follow me and I'll show you everything. Where your dream has taken a root.
The appearance of the golems agitates the crowd, and the ripple becomes a chaotic crash of waves.
This is ridiculous. An independent kingdom? It is treason. We are Viennese. Why would we want to leave our own country?
Are these golems works of art too? They look expensive. I'd like one in my collection.
Open the door and let us go. This travesty is a disgrace.
The glow of arcane skill strikes against the golem but leaves no trace of damage.
Are these golems immune to Arcanum? We can't get to Heinrich.
Madam Hoffman, I read them. Object enchantment strokes. The same ones we found at the Foundation branch.
Any signs of the man's rituals?
No, nothing yet.
Hoffman nods, pressing the communicator again.
Golems can only be broken from within. Marcus, tell everyone the method. Ola, evacuate everyone and use the mute spell. Don't let more people hear about the error.
The mentor, now agent, draws her sidearm, pushing through the panicked crowd. Through the gaps between the golems, she keenly spots a pink dress disappearing behind a painting.
Heinrich escaped with his old. There's an opening behind the painting. After them.
The low stone table is ill-suited for writing, but there's little other choice for the moment. Oh, we're back on the island. Alright, what happened in the interim?
Thank you for your mediation within the committee. I think you're right. Sending more people to the island will only exacerbate the trust issue. They don't trust us. And that's what Arcana wants. Things have just got better. And we can't let anything else upset this delicate balance. I think...
The pen hesitates for a moment, but driven by need, it commits to the paper.
If we somehow can't come to an agreement with the Apeiron, we should at least prevent them from allying with the Manus in turn.
The letter lingers dangerously on her fingertips. Then it flutters its wings, flying out of the room as a butterfly, heading at speed toward the headquarters of the St. Pavlov Foundation. A timely knock breaks the tension in her.
Come in, please.
The visitor lifts the curtain. The room of the School of Apeiron rarely have doors. Such curtains are merely a courtesy for guests from beyond the island.
Good morning, Miss Verton.
Is this... I believe there were theories that Verton's mom comes from this island. So, we're gonna find out sooner or later. And, side booba.
I'm here to see if you need help with anything.
May I have some more paper?
Of course. We are always generous in our support of the contemplative.
Thank you, Miss Marta. Don't you want to ask me what I'm writing letters for?
Despite all the unpleasant events, the integrity of your soul number is unquestionable.
The school's envoy stands silently, her gaze not reflected beneath narrowed eyelids. How the hell can I see her eyelids? It's covered.
The Foundation is negotiating with the outside world. They are trying to resolve this unfounded territorial dispute peacefully. We've yet to reveal the coordinates of the island, and don't want to exacerbate the conflict. Could you convey our sincere intentions?
You're such a young girl, yet you sound like an official.
She sighs resignedly.
But I'm just a practitioner without a number, a roamer of turbulent times. I haven't been on this island much longer than you. I will send your message, but I'm not the one who makes the decisions. It's just, from what I know about the teachings of Apeiron, what you're striving for is not of their concern, Miss Verton.
Yeah, figured as much. Jesus.
I don't understand.
All that is trivial in the phenomenal world is the trivialist of trivialities.
A wind blows in from beyond the void. In the direction of the sea breeze, one can see that the beach has been restored as if it were new, no longer bearing the scars of battle that had littered it only a short time ago.
If the emanation arrives, everything will be washed away. Wars, disputes. Their number one priority is how to find salvation, once and for all.
The debate has been ongoing for days, and let me pause a bit here. It seems we're missing a bit of context, so probably once this chapter is over, we're gonna be looking through some of the events. There's actually one event in particular that involves the people on this island, so it might answer some questions that we could potentially have. The Hall of Truth, occupied by the clamor of their crushing reality. Oh boy.
The fact is, we're going astray. The emanation in 1999 had taken away almost all our outside contacts. Ever since the incident 4 years ago, we've been cut off from the outside world and have become an isolated island in the emanation. And during these 4 years, no research on the emanation progressed. In the end, the theoretical study of its patterns was proven completely wrong. How long should we sit idly by? Until the humans take over our island? No matter who revealed our coordinates, be it the Foundation or Manus Vindictae, someone should be held responsible.
37 is the one in charge of studying the emanation. Save your questions until after she wakes up. 6 is treating her now. Also, talking about the decisions made 4 years ago is meaningless now. What's more, the Foundation is not hostile. They helped us minimize the damage from the reveal. Manus Vindictae has also given us constant material support since that difficult time 4 years ago.
37. She's just a child. Can't even handle her own business. Ever since she brought outsiders to the sacred place, everything has changed.
You know you're judging a child in a coma? Even if 37 did something wrong, she's certainly paying for it.
Wow, that's a bit harsh. Those gathered glared at each other from the edges of the room, seething with anger. Far from their formal votes awaiting the casting of stones, the debate has yet to even produce a clear topic of debate. Typical of the time period. Oh my god. The pursuit of truth of days past, now muddied by the dust and blood of the phenomenal world.
Don't get angry. What 42 is trying to say is simple. Even if the emanation will take away the human army, when is it coming? Now that our model has failed, how can we be informed of the next emanation and act accordingly? If pure theoretical research is doomed to failure, and if we must look outward, how can we restore communication with the outside world? Do we stand with the Foundation, or with Manus Vindictae?
Clear voice of opposition rises from below.
210. Your words are provocation. Are you saying that we should stop being neutral and get involved in the endless faction disputes? This is against what Apiron stands for.
I can't agree either. The truth is supposed to keep us off the wheel of birth, not on it.
I was just interpreting what 42 had in mind. Moreover, we're already caught in the wheel of birth. Human weapons were undeniably dropped on our island before. The tragedies it caused and the thirst for justice will only keep us trapped in this cycle. But what caused this cycle to begin with? Brothers and sisters, you are blinded by the shrapnels of that conflict, and you're missing the essence. Listen to me and I will tell you.
Cut to the chase, 210. It seems you're the one blinded by your own rhetorics.
Who can get me the stone clock on Six's seat? I'll clobber him myself.
The rhetorician... Wow, that's a word. The rhetorician taps his forehead and mockingly ignoring... No. The rhetorician taps his forehead mockingly, ignoring the dissatisfaction of his cohorts. My god, the words that they use in this, in Global is insane sometimes.
The original cause is the failure of our research on emanation. Our excellence comes from our beliefs. Once the truth fails us, the foundation that sets us apart from the world will also fail us. However, my people of great wisdom, forgive me for imagining a worst case for you. We believe the book of nature was written in the language of mathematics, and every number is a transcendental existence living in the kingdom of eternity. Math is the path to truth. The calculation of math patterns has led us to pursue the fundamental knowledge of the world, the origin of Numa. But what if the supreme existence has no pattern at all? What if the ebb and tide of Numa is chaotic and irrational?
An uproar ensues.
210, are you denying our beliefs? Are you saying the results we've achieved are just coincidences? The fundamental theorems of ancient mathematics? The applications and improvements from modern mathematics, the mathematical laws in atomic clocks, and leafination, and every prophecy of emanation that were proven correct. Were they all just a collective dream of ours?
Well, like I said, I was just imagining a worst-case scenario. Exhaustion is also a common method of proof.
Their further defense becomes untenable amid loud denunciations. The calls rise one after another, bouncing against the stone walls of the hall and reaching the ears of listeners outside as an echoed cacophony. Things are heated inside there, Jesus. Hey, girl. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're having a good time.
Please help us, O Apiron. Correct the errors of our souls. Bring us back on the right path. Harmonize our spirit with the flesh. Our will with life. Avoid sedition from a city. Purge sickness from the body.
Sophia wipes away her tears. A flock of seagulls flies over the beach. They circle and dance in the air with an unusually delicate grace, more like butterflies than birds.
They don't look like seagulls. Or am I mistaken?
The corrector moves forward, stepping into the crystal clear sunlight. where the red wax seal of the St. Pavlov Foundation's express letter is clearly visible.
Are these all from the outside world? What's happening out there?
A lovely day to rest at an outdoor cafe, isn't it, darling? Everyone working here is a capable server and knows how to address you properly with my lady. I'm here for one simple thing: information. With a careful ear to the goings-on, a shrewd businesswoman can gather all the latest news. Oh, there she comes. That girl in green with the bouncing feathers in her hat. Don't worry. She can't hear us from here.
Yeah, I know her.
Of course you do. Isn't she our lively little cockatoo? She says she's a psychiatrist, but with all the work she does for the people, she's more like Vienna's own Robin Hood.
You know, that's a perspective I did not consider, not even once.
Look at those people around her, with their gold cufflinks and patched sleeves. Very likely they're from Leopoldstadt. You can hear them saying, "Our golden era is finally here. Forget all these melodramatic rumors."
Leopoldstadt?
Maybe you know it by a different name? Perhaps you caught a glimpse of it under the list of exhibit sponsors? Europe at that time welcomed people from all over the world. Its culture and art held as their highest ideals. Its institutions believed they held the keys to paradise. They once believed that they were the lucky few. Blessed with the wisdom of a golden age, that's why they still linger here, even after the smoke of war faded the glimmers of gold away. It's not surprising to see Our Lady with them. See, she loves to seek these well-hidden things and chirp along with the most overlooked voices. But I feel sorry for her, because she herself overlooks some of these teeny-tiny things said at her own expense.
What kind of things?
Words taken as jokes, ignored because her wishes and anticipation outweigh their sting. But while songs are floating in the wind, the clock keeps ticking. People in the cafe talk about the secessionists and the newest plays in the same breath. No one cares about the rumors trafficked in the newspapers. They're only concerned with what is in front of their eyes. Still, the good doctor comes to share the pain of that melancholy lady, and then next to the cafe, to encourage the lower class to persevere. She says that every man is entitled to the same rights. She'll draw a circle around them all like the ring road, or the round mirrors in her clinic. The good times will come again, so say the coffee sippers. But you know, in the end, they'll be like the undissolved sugar at the bottom of the cup. My dear, your coffee is getting cold.
I'm looking for Isolde von Tittersdorf.
Well, so we're on the Aegean island for a while, and it seems the conflict was resolved, and now we're back here in Vienna, and something went awry. Two vigilant eyes appear from within the vent. The watcher silently looks over Kakanya, then opens the underground passage.
I'm looking for Isolde von Tittersdorf.
A small window opens high along the stone wall. A different watcher now looks at Kakanya again, more indifferently this time, unlocking the iron door with a key.
I'm looking for Isolde von Tittersdorf.
The ragged peddler, a stranger to Kakanya, nods with a strange recognition. He drapes a colorful feathered cloak over Kakanya and hurries through the corridor.
You sure this will work?
No time to complain, Doctor. You should be very grateful that I'm helping you. This is an invisibility cloak from Bohemia. It took the hair of 2 witches to make one. No one will see you, even if you are right under their noses.
The stiff feathers cover her entirely, making Kakanya feel like an odd, flightless, if colorful bird. I mean, her entire aesthetic is one, so... Enduring the discomfort of the smell, she quickens her pace. The sound of her own footfalls accelerates her heartbeat. Though she tries to remember they are only audible to her, she turns a corner, then passes through another corridor. Things might as well have gone smoothly, if not for some unexpected occurrences. Yep, those were feathers.
Huh?
Where did the feathers come from?
Holy... It's losing feathers! I should have known these arcane devices were unreliable. I'm so close.
Kakanya breaks to a run, her billowing skirt escaping the cloak's cover, and so disappearing in the air behind her.
Hey, wait! Isn't that the wanted criminal Kakanya? The traitor! Disturbing the peace, inciting treason, and bewitching citizens with arcane skills? How dare she infiltrate the government?
Yep. This sounds like something you'd hear from an Elder Scrolls game. You there! You're disturbing the peace!
Halt! You're under arrest!
Kakanya slams the door shut, barricading her pursuers behind her. The room she finds herself in is oddly spacious. A graceful figure emerges out from behind the bookshelves.
Doctor! You finally come. I've been waiting for you.
Isolde drifts towards Kakanya like a wisp, as if not fully real.
For so long. Was your journey here safe? How have you been?
So Isolde is, I guess it seems that both ladies have been captured. Or arrested, if you want to be more, official about it. Kakanya can't help but step back cautiously. Yeah.
Isolde, what is going on? What have you and Heinrich done? Why did you say that at the exhibition? Who were those people helping me on my way here? What's with the golems, the secret tunnels, and that turmoil? You vanished from the exhibition, and now the Circle is considered a treasonous organization, and our members are now wanted. Newspapers are criticizing us. The New Free Press called us treasonous and naive, like a teenage runaway. And now the Circle has become subversives, and I'm wanted. They even thought the chaos and subsequent turmoil were planned by me. This is not why I founded it. And now you invite me here, claiming to have found the way to realize my dream. You're confusing me. Are you still the Isolde I know?
Please listen to me, Doctor. I've been meaning to tell you from the beginning. But Heinrich stopped me and told me the exhibition was a better time. He said your dream is a dream for everyone. And that's why we should announce it in front of everyone. I should apologize. I did not see this coming. I have discredited you, and you have every reason to hate me.
She poorly hides the disappointment from her face, wilting as the light in her eyes dims momentarily.
But worry not, Doctor. I give you my word. Soon you won't have to worry about anything. These people don't understand your dream, and they won't become your allies. But we are different.
That sounds dangerous.
We?
She furrows her brow, mulling over the word in full weight and prudence.
The mister who sent me your message. The people showing me the way. All were unfamiliar faces. I've never met any of them before. Who are they? No, who are you? What is your purpose?
Doctor, it doesn't matter, Doctor. What matters is that we share the same dream with you. We long for the same paradise as you do. That glorious kingdom of freedom.
She steps toward the void again with staged emotion, her smile as beautiful as it had been in any performance.
Isolde, are you seeing illusions again?
No, Doctor. I'm completely cured. You healed me. And now it's my turn to treat the world with you. Let's scrape the paint off the top, reveal its true colors and reshape it, until it is transformed into a perfect world, a perfect society, because we are the chosen ones.
You planned the riots in Leopoldstadt, right? And the march demanding the transformation of society.
Isolde smiles half mischievously.
Isolde, I don't know what they said to threaten you, but you can't stay with them. They're not treating you. You're committing a crime.
The actress stands bewildered as if she had never considered it at all.
But I did exactly what you told me to do, Doctor.
Isolde takes light steps, retreating but not turning.
Es warst du, der mir gesagt hat, mich nicht länger zu unterdrücken.
The graceful woman takes her place. Soon she will pay homage to that splendid one-act play with her art. The curtain of her stage is about to rise. Oh, fuck! She nods, turning in a move at first bashful. But then her face returns, now hidden behind a black mask. The man has got to her first.
Es warst du, die mir gesagt hat, dass unsere Gesellschaft eine Operation braucht. Und dass wir, Arcanisten, einen neuen Lebensstil brauchen. Ist das nicht auch dein Traum? Ich möchte dir nur die Wahrheit der Welt geben. Ich möchte dir nur deinen Traum zurückgeben.
Burn these letters, Marcus. Destroy them in accordance with the Field Mission Manual Article 341, so that no one else can read them.
Hoffman walks briskly, handing over the latest reviewed letter to her assistant. So, the Manas have infiltrated Vienna, and, well, I don't know how much Hoffman knows, but we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, Madam Hoffman. But shouldn't we reply to these messages from the field squad?
No, because that will trace them back to you and then eventually kill the field squad.
Don't bother. The secret letters are sent to all active investigators above rank 4. The squad is like the watchers of the critical points. They collect and record every event different to the ones in history and report to the Foundation. These incidents will be the index for evaluating the stability of the current era. In other words, the more reports they send, the more unstable the era is. This keeps every field investigator up to date on the situation so they can plan their next move. In the past, we have seen too many tragedies caused by a lack of information. But now, our own task is more urgent.
Hoffman bites her lip, rushing Marcus around the corner. Recent events have added a few more strands of white to her hair. No wonder every depiction I've seen of Hoffman in fan art, she's always like stressed out of her gourd for one reason or another.
The Circle publicly committed treason. Isolde and Heinrich disappeared. Kakanya became wanted.
And also, you know, considering her brother, in quotes, is looks the way he does, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're related. They're definitely related.
The Leopoldstadt riots and the march of the lower-class arcanists may be directly related to them. Heinrich and Isolde's speech is like the sparks that ignited the powder keg that is Vienna. The riots have been going on for days.
But why was Miss Kakanya wanted?
Because they thought that she was behind the whole thing, and that Kakanya, quote-unquote, tried to recruit Isolde, but Isolde just, you know, pushed herself into the group, because Doom Duty, you guys know where it goes.
She didn't act out of line in the exhibition and seemed totally unaware of the speech. All she had was the book which didn't belong to this era. Clearly, Heinrich didn't tell her a thing.
It is because she is the known founder of the Circle, and a middle class with no background. This is good news for us, Marcus. We can start with Kakanya. They didn't protect her from being wanted, which means she has not been fully assimilated into this elite group of nobles. How typical of Manus Vindictae. We need to find her fast. Luckily, the spider tail you put on her is reacting.
Stones scrape over the top of her head. The investigators turn back in shock. The statue standing at the entrance to the Foundation's Vienna branch had just been shattered into pieces. Ah, shit. A hysterical laugh can be heard booming from the fourth floor window. Wow, that's far.
Go to hell, you dirty, disgusting officials! For a kingdom of freedom!
He was throwing Molotovs.
For a kingdom of freedom.
Shoot, they're attacking the Foundation branch. Focus on what's important, Marcus. Someone summoned a bunch of critters on Kärtnerstraße. They're coming this way.
So we did some cleanup and, well... strangely scented smoke spreads out over the street, making the already chaotic scene even more incomprehensible.
Something's wrong with this mist. Maybe the evaporation of the arcane potion. Devil's shoestring, judging by the smell, for better diffusivity. Marcus, cover your mouth and nose, but enter the Foundation's branch when it clears up.
Hoffman pulls Marcus's hand, darting through the crowd at speed to avoid inhaling more of the unknown gas. At last, they reach an area not yet engulfed by chaos. The cemetery of all places. For now, all that's left for them is to wait. The unseasoned investigator stands stunned and uncharacteristically vacant in mind.
Marcus, are you okay? Did the mist get to you?
No, she is shocked. Hoffman, please. You basically have a child under your employ. You have to be,
No.
You see, the child, she's scared. She's scared out of her goddamn mind. Marcus pats her head where a layer of cold sweat has formed.
Madam Hoffman, the terrorists and the people in the march, what they shouted, for a kingdom of freedom. That's what Miss Dittersdorf said in the exhibit, and she quoted that from Dr. Kakanya. And it was me. I told that to Dr. Kakanya. I told her about the island. I told her it's a place of freedom for arcanists. So I'm the one who caused this turmoil. I told them the secret of the Golden Isle and caused the chain reaction.
So it's both fear and regret. Great. Hoffman seems to have neither words of comfort nor criticism planned. She bites her tongue in her mouth. Marcus, meanwhile, collapses slowly to the ground as she holds her head.
I didn't listen to you. I'm too reckless. I lack rational thinking. I'm unstable and out of control. And the one thing I can control, my arcane skill, didn't help at all. You vouched for me and appointed me to the field mission from the headquarters, but
Maybe it is like what you said.
Hoffman rubs her temples figuratively, ignoring the now pale complexion of her subordinate.
Maybe you did play a role in this era, causing a butterfly effect in history.
Yep. She literally knocked one domino down, and lo and behold, we are now where we are.
But trying to be responsible for everything beyond one's capability is a symbol of irrational hubris. First of all, creating chaos in this chaotic time is more than easy. Just look at all the frequent ethnic conflicts, assassinations and espionage. If not the circle and is old, the Manis will find themselves a different flashpoint.
Yep, pretty much.
You never know how the leaked information will simmer. Its subsequent spread is uncontrollable, and remorse would be useless.
Actually, that's a really good way to go about it.
The thing is, everyone has their own ideas about that island. Your words just deepened the expectations.
Cheeks finally regain some color. Oh my god, poor baby.
As for your self-assessment, we have all heard it. Humans are more rational and arcanists are more emotional. They're sensitive to the darkness in the world so they can easily become absorbed in their own emotions and ignore reality. But if we put a human child in the position of an arcanist, who always takes on the world because of his uniqueness, who is never understood for his talents, maybe he too will become impulsive, sensitive, immature, and unstable. And that's why it sometimes dawns on me that if we put an arcanist child in the position of a human being who receives enough love, education, and positive feedback, these instabilities might be controllable. At least enough to keep them from hurting themselves or others.
Madam Hoffman?
I don't understand a word that you're saying. It's a bit too much, Madam Hoffman. Oh my god, Hoffman. I know you're trying to comfort Marcus here, but you're talking in too big of a language for her to understand at this current juncture. Just give her a hug, goddammit.
I took you away from the storm in 1912. It has been a long time after that, so I know how precious it must be for you to return to 1914. And your urge to complete the mission and go back to Romania. You are not an impulsive person, Marcus. You're just growing up.
So she is framing it as, this is just a coming-of-age story that you're going through. Yeah, you'll get by it. Jesus Christ, Hoffman, you could have... There were so many better ways to go about this, Hoffman, but... Oh well, you are you after all.
And you do need to grow.
Hoffman brings her hand to her mouth, coughing softly and hesitantly.
As for appointing you, it was by my own will, because the age of humans has come to an end.
The age of humans is ending?
Marcus staggers back to her feet. Contrary to her expectations, Hoffman's expression is unchanged. I mean, when does it ever change? As if she is merely stating an established fact.
If the eras keep on regressing, human technologies would fail to accumulate, Meanwhile, arcane skills that depend largely on the individual's potential will shine. In this war of reversals, futures, and time, it is you who will survive, not us. And that's why sooner or later, you'll have to go at it alone. This is the most rational assessment I can make for the continuation of civilization.
Rational. But I've been doing my best to be rational as well. Even though I keep reading and practicing information analysis, I can't make a choice. What if I make a wrong choice? What if there's no right answer? What if I never told Kakanya about...
Enough. You're getting carried away. There is nothing mysterious about rationality. It simply guides us out of confusion and straight to the essence of things.
The essence?
The reason why we're doing a job here is simple, Marcus. Arcanists keep going to the menace. It's because they can promise the salvation while we can't. Therefore, decoding their immunity ritual against the storm is top priority. If we can't, being isolated on a small piece of land, we're bound to meet our end in this temporal catastrophe. We're not the only investigators sent by the headquarters. So our mission is to collect every clue left by the menace and send them back to La Place. Everything else is secondary.
Marcus presses her lips tightly, not wanting to speak. She takes a deep breath, following Hoffman's words as they step out of the darkness. She can do nothing more than focus intently on her current situation.
Madam Hoffman, besides finding Miss Kakanya, there may be another way. That painting, the last work of Theophil, The Salvation. Something's off with it. When I read it in the exhibition, I felt a familiar afflatus. It was concealed in a clever way, but I noticed the traces of concealment.
Manus's arcane skill.
Marcus hesitates for a moment, performing at once a nod and shaking her head. Okay, creating a muddled response.
But I couldn't read anything more from it. If we can persuade Miss Kakanya to help us with her arcane skill...
Is her arcane skill similar to yours?
No, very different.
No, quite different. I fought her once. I feel that under certain conditions, our arcane skills might be complementary.
Marcus posits wholeheartedly, once again drifting into her own thoughts.
Well done, Marcus. This is something only you can do. The government has a painting now. The field agent squad can retrieve it for us.
Hoffman nods, loading more bullets into the chamber.
The fog has cleared. Let's go. Now, we need to find Kakanya.
Darling, did you hear that? The sound of a match scraping against the box, igniting in a dark, silent alley. And then... boom! War, like an unstoppable train, hurtles down the track with its passengers vanishing in the thick, black smoke. In the train, the elderly tremble in the corner, and the infants babble dreaming. Oh, but the only young man aboard is filling coal into the furnace. Meanwhile, another train is hurtling down the same track, puffing the same black smoke. Alas, the two trains are destined to collide in a war to end all wars.
We know that this event will lead to World War I, but now I am curious as to how it unfolds in the game. So, who are the other passengers on this goddamn train? It's Europe against who?
Pay close attention. You'll see the banner reaching out above their train, and the bloodstains on it. Next, let's turn to where the train departed, to find the source of everything. Rewind the clock to before the whistle blew, before the furnace ignited. And then, child, look somewhere far from here. In the Schönbrunn Palace, where the fine gentlemen of Austria-Hungary eagerly plan the extension of their national borders. But the Habsburgs value their honor so much that first they must find themselves some excuse to cross that border. Yet in another land, a humiliated people were gathering in secret, their blood as hot as fire, ready to burn anyone and anywhere it was splattered. Fate drove an open-topped car there, carrying an ill-fated couple. Their presence, a crushing indignity that could not be endured. An avenging bullet was sent to them as a gift from a luck-struck patriot. In a moment, each party was granted their long-sought excuse. Boots had their excuse to kick down their doors, and guns their excuse to fire. A yearning furnace at last had its reason to burn, to steam toward its final destination. My dear, it's not a story of hatred or anger. The footprints were laid down before you ever stepped forward into them. Fresh-faced boys traded books and toys for rifles, and poets were buried in trenches, musicians deafened by explosions and the howls of death.
I actually wonder if we'll see Charon in somewhere here, but Charon is only like a very recent addition, at least in terms of the flow of the main story. So I guess I'll see him in the future when we get back to World War I again.
But those war starters? Those who doodled their ambitions on maps while supping their dessert would lose nothing in their gamble.
Oh, yeah.
The dew-fed river would still flow, and the facades of their great palaces would never be chipped or rocked by the guns they set off.
Yep, that's this is why people all say that World War I is way, way worse than World War II, because it was way grittier, way grimier, and the stories of, you know, people being in trenches for days or even months on end. Oh boy.
Nothing stains their hands, save the cream from their cakes.
Yes, there's absolutely nothing we can do to stop this.
Perhaps we wait. Wait for a pouring rain to douse the fires. A flood that might sweep the armies, wagered like betting chips from their maps. Then, perhaps, that car will turn and the fated dead will come back to life. But you know that will not be how the story ends.
You don't need me to tell you that World War I is like one of the great wars of all time, so yeah, just dive into a few history book or two, and you'll know what happened there. We might even see, you know, that one thing that I see being mentioned every time that Kakanya is known for, that she was the one who killed Archduke Franz Ferdinand. So, yeah, before we continue on here, we are sadly out of time. We're gonna cut it right in this moment here. It seems that Marcus and Kakanya are gonna meet again, along with Hoffman. And we have Isolde there, looking over the entire group. Oh boy. Seeking Silenus in the woods, I ask him. Oh boy. This is, we're reaching the climax of the turmoil in Vienna. Meanwhile, Vertin is still on an island in Greece, somewhere in the ocean. And yeah, things are heating up in this chapter of the game. And if you guys like what you saw, hit like, comment, subscribe, and share this among your friends. And until next time, toodles.